Hello everyone, I am Ritika Zuzgar, Assistant Professor IT Department. So in this video we discuss about inventory control. In that the point is the safety stock. Okay, so in my previous video we discussed about the buffer stock, what is meant by buffer stock with example, advantages, disadvantages of buffer stock and importance of buffer stock. So here we discuss about the safety stock. So the safety stock is the stock held by a company in excess of its requirement for the lead time. So companies hold the safety stock to guard against the stock out. So as demand is uncertain, the safety stock plays an vital role to satisfy the demand if it exceeds the anticipated demand. So too much safety stock carries increases the holding cost of supply chain. So the key to the success of any supply chain is to make a balance between safety stock and the customer satisfaction. So here considering the demand is a constant and safety stock is calculated using the following formula. So formula is double S equal to Z into D into sigma L. So here in the safety stock we are satisfy the demand if it exceeds the anticipated demand. Okay, so here we are using the demand. Okay, so demand is a constant. So calculate the safety stock is that is S equal to Z into T into sigma A. So T is a demand per year in units, Z is a standard normal value, or sigma L is a standard deviation of a lead time. Okay, so here the sigma L is a standard deviation of a lead time. So to determine the safety stock lead time, so this lead time is maximum or a minimum. So this lead time is collected, or safety stock and lead time is collected from the shop manager, which varies between 2 and 8 days. Okay, considering the 2 and 8 days. Here the demand is assumed to be constant and the desired cycle services, that is CSL, is assumed to be 95%. So hence the Z value is what 1.645. Okay, and safety stock calculation is a portrait in safety stock calculation. So here we have the item numbers 1 to 15, item names king chair, garden chair, relax chair, deco chair, queen chair, table, and so on. Okay, demand per year is what 16,000, 15,500, 2,400, 4,800, 2,400, and so on. So here we have the standard deviation is what 0.006, 0.00600. Okay, so this is the standard deviation, constant throughout the items. Then Z value. Okay, Z value is 1.645. Okay, so here we are assuming the constant demand. Demand is assumed to be constant and desired cycle is assumed to be the 95%. So Z value is what 1.645. So calculate the safety stock is 158, 153. So based on this formula, we can find out the safety stock. The next is the methods to calculate the safety stock. So the following are the different methods to determine the safety stock. The first method is a fixed safety stock. So in this, the company takes the help of the production planners. So these planners don't use any formula, instead decide on the buffer stock and based on the maximum delay uses over time. So here the amount of safety stock remains the same until the planners revise it. So this is called as a fixed safety stock. We are not changing the amount of safety stock. Okay. So then second one is the time based calculation. So in this the buffer stock is calculated based on the future expectation. That is called as a time based calculation. Okay, so the stock is based on the future expectation. So usually the company determines the stock under this method for a specific period. So this method takes into the account the actual demand and the forecasted demand using the statistical techniques. So one drawback of using such a technique is that it does not consider business uncertainties. Okay, so this is called as a time-based calculation. It does not support business uncertainty. Then second method of safety stock is a formula based. By using this, we can also find out or determine the safety stock. So one popular formula that many analysts use to calculate the buffer inventory is based on the average safety stock that a company will need in the case of stock out. So the formula does not take into account seasonal fluctuations of demand. So the formula is maximum daily uses into the maximum lead time less average daily uses into the average lead time. So here the max daily uses is the maximum units that a company uses or sells in a day. Max lead time is the maximum time it takes the supplier to deliver. And what is the average daily uses? So this is the average of the maximum and minimum units that a company uses or sells. And what is mean by average lead time? It is the average of maximum and minimum time it takes the supplier to deliver the product or a raw material. Okay, so by using this max daily uses, max lead time, average daily uses, and average lead time, so we get a average safety stock. So this is the formula based safety stock. Then the fourth method is the Heiser and Render's formula. So analysts use such a formula in case of high uncertainty on the supplier end. So it gives a better idea by using the standard deviation of the lead time distribution. And it also provides a clearer and accurate idea about the lead time and frequency of late shipments. So here it gives a better idea by using the standard deviation of the lead time distribution. Standard deviation means what? Sigma L for the lead time. So this formula does not take into the account in the demand changes. We are not changing demand value here. Okay, so the formula is for Z into sigma DLT. So Z is the Z score, while sigma DLT is represent the deviation in the lead time. Deviations in a lead time. Or we can say that the sigma DLT is the variations by frequency, degree of and frequency. So sigma DLT is the variations between the average and actual lead time. Okay. Okay. Here we are using lead time and average lead time. So sigma DLT is what? Variations between the average and the actual lead time. So at the same time, the Z score, how sure we are need for the safety stock. So a low Z score would mean we expect the higher chances of running out of a stock. So this is the Heiser's and Renter's formula, where the demand value is a change, not a constant. But in the previous type, the demand is a constant. Okay, see here, demand is a constant here, but here the demand value changes continuously. The next type is a Graceless formula. So unlike the Hazers and Render formula, this formula takes into account the lead time as well as demand fluctuations. So this way it gives even a better idea of the level of safety stock. So this formula doesn't consider the stock already in the production process. So the formula is what? Sigma LT into the D average into Z. So in this we multiply so in this we are multiplying the standard deviations in the lead time sigma LT with the average demand and a Z score value. So here we have the average demand value. In the previous Hazers and Renders formula, demand value changes continuously. Okay, so here we are using the average demand value. So we are multiplying the standard deviations in the lead time with the average formula or average demand value and the Z score. So this is a graceless formula for a safety stock. Then the next method is the government buffer stock. So along with the business use of the buffer stock, the term is also used in the context of government buying and selling for the social good. So usually the government buys the extra stock of commodities from the market when there is an excess supply. So then it sells them at a time when the supply is less than the expectations. So in this way, the government maintains a buffer stock of the commodities. So such a practice helps to prevent the prices from going too low when there is an excess supply and rising too high when the supply is less. So in all, we can say that it helps to stabilize the prices of essential commodities, and it also helps in time of natural crisis to continue the supply of essential items and at a reasonable prices. So this is the government buffer stock in the safety stock. So here we discuss the methods to calculate the safety stock. So we can calculate the safety stock value by using the fixed safety stock, time-based calculation, formula-based, Hazers and Renders formula, Graceless formula, and government buffer stock. Okay. So next is the what are the advantages are provided by the safety stock. The first advantage is it assists in the regulating the supply of essential food items, and it also helps to stabilize the prices and in turn encourages more investment in the agriculture. So another long term benefit is that it leads to higher employment. For the farmers, it protects their income and keeps them safe from the sudden drop in the prices. The next advantage is for the government, it helps to ensure the social well-being of all. And the government also earns a profit by exporting excess food supplies. And the last advantage is it also helps in the times of natural crisis to continue the supply of essential items and at a reasonable prices. So these are the advantages of a safety stock. The next point is the disadvantages of a safety stock. So government may resort to higher taxes to recover the cost of buying the excess inventory. The second, with some items, because of their perishable nature, it can't be stored such as the milk. The next is the deciding on the buying and selling price could be tricky as the government does not always get right data and information. The next is if there are implementation issues, it could result in the corruption. And the last is the another biggest issue is proper storage and upkeep, because of which a substantial chunk ultimately goes waste. So these are the disadvantages of a safety stock. The next point is what are the importances of the safety stock in the inventory management process. So not only the stockout represent a direct sale loss, they also brand a reputation and customer loyalty. So it doesn't matter if you are retail losing the public trust or wholesaler that can't deliver. So when your customer can't get what they want, they remember it. So it also affects your inventory carrying cost. Okay. So it is a very important in the inventory management process. The safety stock is used, or a safety stock is necessary. So is a cycle stock safety stock a thing? So in the safety stock, there is some confusion around the cycle inventory. Okay, so what is mean by cycle inventory or the safety stock? So there is some difference between this. Cycle stock and the safety stock are defined against each other. So cycle stock is the amount of inventory a business cycle through to satisfy the regular inventory supply or a demand. But the safety stock is another is the amount of inventory needed to avoid the stockouts in the event of unanticipated supply. So that means the cycle stock inventory is the amount of inventory on hand minus safety and buffer stock. Okay, minus safety and buffer stock means what? Our cycle stock. Okay, so there is one difference between the cycle stock and safety stock. Okay, thank you.